Hello and welcome back to CIPD Bitesize with me, Dan, and today we're going to be looking at AC 2.2. If you are looking for AC 2.2, yes, you're in the right place. So let's go. Okay, so we do have a case study involved with this particular unit, so please pause the video if you wish to read all the way through. However, I'm just going to be looking at the highlights here today, and Novoscare is recruiting for a role. They have over 200 care professionals working at their company, and they are looking for a HR L&D assistant, and you as the student have applied for that role. As part of that role, you have been provided a questionnaire, which is a series of questions in this unit that you are answering. Novoscare are actually looking for somebody to fit their values and to fit their kind of philosophy of how they work. They're looking for a team player, someone who's open and adaptable, that you can work well with others as well, just like how they do. So the question itself, let's take a look. So professional development is key to the effectiveness of our people practice team. And we would like you to know how you'll approach your professional development. Please tell us about your two favorite methods of keeping up to date with issues and developments in the people profession, and how you make use of the information that you gain from these two methods. Okay, so for me, this is split down easily into 3 action points here. So you want to talk about your approach to personal development and professional development. And then we want to have a look at action point number 2, which is your favorite method. And then action point 3 is another favorite method of how you keep up to date with issues and developments. For me, I like to attend many events. I like to go and meet with the local CIPD in my area, attend their webinars, their seminars, their in-person trainings, and also keep up to date and have conversations with other professionals. In terms of my professional development as well, it's signing up for things like the newsletters that come from the local employment lawyers in my area and other HR professionals too. Okay, so each question will have a answer and a mark attached to that. You can pause the video here if you wish to have a look, but everybody will receive a mark between 1 and 4. However, with the bite size, we are looking for you to achieve at least a 3. So if pause the video and take a look at the rest of the descriptors. However, with a 3, we want you to demonstrate a good level of knowledge and understanding of the question itself. You want to include those good examples there. It asks you for explicitly 2 examples, so you need to provide 2 examples as well as talk about how you keep up with your professional development. You need to directly address this question. There's no point going off on a tangent because it may alter what mark you do receive. And then lastly as well, having a good formal structure to how you're answering your question. We recommend paragraphs with slight headings just to keep you structured, and it'll be easier for our markers as well to read what you are saying, just for readability purposes. Okay, we do have some recommended reading for you, and this is not like any other recommended reading that we do provide, but they're just kind of some areas for you that you should have a look and focus at for the particular ways that you keep in touch with trends and things changing. So for example, we have the Gov UK site, which has a lot of information on there, especially for employers and employees as well, on all things employment related laws and legislations that are changing. We also have the Financial Times as well. If you are subscribed to the Financial Times as well, this is a great area for you to keep up to date with certain topics. Just as well, a free version as well of the BBC. The BBC has a business section on there as well, keeping up with current affairs too. Next, as a CIPD member, you should be receiving the People Management magazine, and in that magazine, there's also the online version too of several articles. But have great articles and things like that for you to keep up with. May include networking events and things like that. And then lastly, CIPD has their own news and policies as well, which are great places to have a little sneak peek and read there too. By all means, these aren't the only readings and tools and methods out there. These are just some that we recommend for you to deep dive. And if you aren't looking at them at the moment, look at them, and that will help expand you as a people professional. Right, it brings us now to our story time. We provide a fictitious scenario here for you to kind of see things from a different perspective, because sometimes you may be so pigeonholed in how it works with your operation, and that's fine, but then you may feel a little bit stuck. So hopefully this story may resonate with something with you, or just give you a creative idea on how to tackle the question. Okay, so we have here the case of the confused crimpers at the staple factory. So at Stapletastic Solutions, where the rhythmic twang of staplers was the factory's heartbeat, lived a team of dedicated crimpers. So they're the factory's equivalent of HR. Their leader, Penelope Paperclip, was in a tizzy. Why? Because the world of stapler manufacturing was changing faster than a runway roll of tape. Now, ergonomic stapler designs were being rolled out. The Staple Union Local Act 42 was demanding mandatory oil bath breaks and rumours of a revolutionary self-folding paper technology. And they were sending shivers down the spines of the entire staple workforce. Penelope and her crimpers needed to stay on top of it all or risk a full-blown stapler revolt. The fictitious recommendations that we have for Penelope and their crimpers is subscribe to the Staplegram, which is a daily newsletter. The Staplegram delivered daily updates to the latest staple inventions and innovations, union regulations, negotiations, and even the occasional stapler poetry slam. It was the crimpers' go-to source for all things staple related, ensuring that they never really missed a beat or a stapler. Attending the International Stapler Symposium, or the ISS, held annually in the legendary Paper Mountain Convention Center, the ISS was the crimpers' equivalent of a rock concert. Here, they could attend workshops in the advanced staple pin alignment, listen to keynote speeches for renowned stapler architects, and network with other crimpers from around the globe. It was a chance to learn, connect, and maybe even snag a limited edition golden staple souvenir. Engage with the Crimper Crystal Ball chat room. This exclusive online forum was where crimpers shared their insights, debated the future of stapling, and even consulted the legendary oracle of the paper shredder. It was the place for Penelope and her team to ask questions, share best practices, and get a glimpse into the ever-evolving world of stapler manufacturing. The moral of this story, though, even in a world of staplers, staying informed is crucial. Penelope and her crimpers needed to embrace these unique resources to keep up with the changing industry and ensure the smooth operation of Stapletastic Solutions. By actively seeking out information and engaging with their peers, they could navigate the challenges and opportunities for staple world in confidence. So it just goes to show, even if you are an imaginary stapler, you still have to keep informed, because the world of work is always changing and you have to keep on top of it in the best way that you can. So hopefully something here has resonated with you and that it helps you on towards your response. Best of luck, and we'll see you on our final AC of this module 2.3.